Welcome to Vertex Talks, a podcast where we take a deep dive into people's backstories and their future plans and also talk about whatever I feel like. And today we have a solo episode. Yes, I know you guys are still surprised, but so am I. I guess I've been having some good random sparks of motivation nowadays, so enjoy these while you can. As always, viewer questions first, and then we'll get into a couple topics that I personally want to talk about. All of the viewer questions come from Instagram, so if you want to ask for the next episode, head over there. The first question we have is, what do you think the skills are that helped you become successful? Firstly, I don't consider myself successful. Being successful has a lot of meanings to a lot of people. To one person, being successful might mean making $1 million every day. To another person, it might be just surviving the day because they're in like a gang war or some shit. You know? Being successful has different meanings for everybody, but I will tell you the skills or things that I do which would make myself have fun along the way while also doing what I'm doing the proper way. Firstly, for the podcasting side, being able to write great questions for guests is obviously a really big one. Because if you have bad questions, chances are the podcast is going to be boring and the guest is also going to get bored. Yes, we haven't had a guest in a while, but trust me, I promise we'll get one in the upcoming episode. Maybe in like 2 episodes or the next episode. I promise, okay? Just trust me. I just need to email a bunch of people, okay? And the people who I do have contact with, they're not responding to my messages. So I'm kind of getting ghosted, so it's kind of sad, but I'm working on it. Okay? Trust me, we'll get a guest soon. But yeah, being able to write questions, good questions for the guests, and being able to talk to the guests, and if I'm having a solo episode, being able to answer basically any question that gets thrown at me in a pretty decent time. Sometimes there is like long pauses, which you guys don't hear because no one wants to hear a long pause. But most of the time I can answer them fairly quickly. And if you're going to talk about the filmmaking side, I would say being able to edit videos and having the aspect, or the skill to being able to write great stories in videos. Yes, I'm still learning. I don't think I'm anywhere near good at storytelling in videos. I want to get up to that Nicholas Crystal storytelling stuff because he's personally just insane at storytelling. Like, chances are he will literally go on a trip. Like, I'm taking this as an actual example. He made a vlog, okay? He made a vlog about a trip he had, but he connected his burnout stuff with that trip. Like, his storytelling is just like it. He will mistakenly make you watch a vlog. You're gonna click on it. You're gonna think it's about burnout stuff. Yes, it is, but he just mixes it up and he doesn't get you bored. I can watch like a 30-minute long Nicholas Crystal video and I won't get bored. Not because I love his content. I basically want to hear every single moment I can. But besides the point, I'd say being able to write scripts for reviews and be deadly honest, to the point where I might get cancelled if a lot of people will watch the reviews, which unfortunately no one does. That's why I'm making the vlogs, you see? And the vlogs, I'm going to talk more about the vlogs upcoming because there's so much stuff about the vlogs that I want to talk about and future plans and stuff, but that's all I'm going to say. I would say those are the skills that I would say could make you also successful, but success doesn't come only one way. You can't just become a billionaire in one way. There's multiple ways to do it. So yeah. The next question we have is, what are you not very good at? I would say I'm not very good at making thumbnails. I just gotta admit it. I'm not very good at making them. Like, yes, my thumbnails, they aren't bad. Like they're not bad at all, okay? I wouldn't say they're bad. They're okay thumbnails. Like, they're kind of generic and stuff. But I'm currently focusing on making the actual video good, the storytelling aspects good, the editing good. I'm trying to work on the actual video, and then once I have that actual video thing pretty decently laid out, I can start working on the thumbnail side of things. because currently I'm still putting way more effort towards thumbnails than others, because before I would take like a freeze frame from one of my videos and just make a thumbnail out of that. Now I will do the effort to take maybe a couple pictures which is not in the vlog to make the thumbnail, you know. Yes, I was very lazy back, and I'm still quite lazy, you know. I procrastinate quite a bit, and especially during Ramadan, man. It's like you don't want to do anything, but once you get into the flow of doing the thing, it's all good. The next question we have is, if you could have one superpower, what would it be and why? Great question. When I read this question, the first thing that comes to mind is I want Batman's brains, but his brains also have trauma and stuff, which I don't want. So I'm just gonna say I want to be the fastest person alive. Because I don't know, being the fastest person alive just seems like such a, cool superpower to have. Because imagine, I could rob a bank and no one would know because I unlocked the code that fast. But I don't know, maybe technology wouldn't be fast enough to track. But you know, I could do so many things. I obviously don't want to list all of them, because if I list all of them, chances are the FBI is going to be at my doorstep, though it's not possible. I mean, it's not now. Maybe in like 50 years there might be people with superpowers. You know, you never know. Yeah, but fastest man alive, because there could be a lot of things done. Like I could possibly win a lot of money as well for like marathons and stuff. Marathons, like beat world record of running. I don't know world records of running. It's probably a thing. It's probably owned by like David Goggins or something. You know, there could be so much things done with being the fastest man alive, you know, other than save people. I mean, yes, that could be a cool thing, but you know, I'm looking or heading towards other things because I am selfish. Next question we have is, how many languages do you speak? I speak 2 languages. The next question we have is, what is the worst nightmare you have had? Okay, we're gonna go in a bit of a rant now, okay? Worst nightmare I've ever had, I think it was a dream about Annabelle, which, if you don't know, there's a movie. I think there's like 3 movies. It was horrifying. I don't fully remember it that much. But the thing with Annabelle, I think I've said this story so many times, or I've said it to my friends so many times. And maybe I've said it a bunch of times on the podcast as well. But I'll say, basically, when I was young, by young I mean like 8 to like 10 or 11, I watched 2 Annabelle movies. I watched the first one at nighttime with my cousins with all of the lights off. And then I watched the second one in the theaters. After watching that second one, I didn't touch a horror movie for the next like 4 years. Like, I've recently touched the horror genre again. I watched It, the first one, and to be honest, it was kind of funny. I watched it with my friends, and we were just pointing out. We were like, oh yeah, we know it's gonna be a jump scare. Like, I didn't even watch the movie before, but I could expect it because I've watched so many reviews on horror movies and whatnot, because I'm one of those people who loves watching movie reviews, even if they're not gonna watch the movie, you know. I just like listening to other people's opinions, and that's pretty much all. I'd say, yeah, the Annabelle dream is horrifying. There's something about horror films which can actually happen to you. Let's first be, Annabelle is like a real life story, I'm certain. There's like a house in, I think, like middle of nowhere, where they have all of these haunted things trapped. And it's truly horrifying. And it's also kind of the reason why I would never watch a movie like Conjuring or something like that, because all of them are based on a haunted house, I'm certain. And the thing is, I could be in one of those houses right now and I wouldn't know, but I would just be scared for my life if I would watch one of those movies. I don't know. The thing is, a lot of people would love watching horror movies, but afterwards they watch it, they have like flashbacks, or they have like, they're being watched like in the movie. You know, it's just horrifying for me. I mean, yes, chances I'm never gonna watch any of the Conjuring movies, and Probably never another Annabelle movie. Probably never. That's probably the last thing that I would do. Like, like if I had a gun to my head, yes, I would watch it. You know, it's not to the point where I would rather die than watching it. But the thing is, I would probably die afterwards, anyways, because they would probably shoot me. But besides the point, I'm getting off track. But that's the worst nightmare I've had. And the next question is kind of connected to this. What is the thing that makes you the most nervous? Social anxiety. Super easy. And I don't think so I've addressed this ever, but I have pretty bad social anxiety. Like, once I had social anxiety talking to a friend. I mean, is he a friend? I mean, I would say he's a friend. But I haven't talked to him, like, properly talked to him face to face in, like, 2 years. Like, I didn't even talk to him on, like, a call or something. Because if you stay in a call and talk, it might be less awkward. But, I don't know. I was having mad social anxiety while talking to him. And it just made me realize that I just have such bad social anxiety that I should probably go to therapy or something. But I would say it has calmed down now. Nowadays, I am pretty chill. If you come up to me, I would have a little chat, you know. Depends if I'm on a rush or not. If I'm on a rush, I would just say thank you and bye. But, you know, I don't mind having a chat. But this is the thing. I'm fine with having a chat with basically anybody who I'm not gonna be knowing in the next 5 years, you know? Because if it's someone like a subscriber, for example, okay? Chances are they might not watch me in the next 5 years, so who knows? And I might not be doing YouTube in the next 5 years, who knows? Or if it's someone like a random girl I met in a restaurant and we were having a chat. Chances are, if I don't take her phone number or she takes mine, I'm probably never going to talk to her. So I'm probably not going to have that much anxiety talking. But when it comes to like family members, man, I stress because I'm like, after 5 years, chances are I'm still going to know her or him because she's in the family, or her or him. So, you know, that's just a horrifying thing for me. It's not that I don't talk. I try talking, but it's just kind of awkward. Especially talking to someone I don't know and is part of the family. Because there's so many people in my family I just don't know. And they know me somehow. So I'm like, cool, how about you talk first? Yeah, social anxiety is stressful as hell. Next question we have is, who is someone you look up to in your field? I would say Nicholas Crystal. So easy. I don't know, Nicholas Crystal is really good. I mean, I also kind of look up to Sam Colder. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know, I found him by Nicholas Crystal. I mean, I watched one of his videos and it was pretty good made. Like, the storytelling aspects of it was okay. I mean, it was good. It was good. Okay, I'm not going to say it's okay. I'm probably going to get attacked. But, you know, it was okay. It was okay. I'm just going to be honest. It was okay. It wasn't the best. Neither was the worst, you know. The filmmaking aspect of it was amazing. All the shots, pretty good. Yeah, but Nicholas Crystal and another person I look up to is Johnny Harris. He makes, like, documentaries. Or, like, what do you consider him? He makes kind of, like, Netflix documentaries types on YouTube, and he uses like After Effects and stuff to make crazy animations. I think it's pretty good. Like, I would love to make something even close to the magnitude he's doing it, and he's obviously been doing it since like a long time ago. I recently found him. By recently, I mean like maybe last year. I found him from the lab leak, coronavirus lab leak video. Hopefully I don't get demonetized because I said the word, but you know. It was, like, from that point, I was pretty hooked. Like, I don't watch all of his videos. If I find a video interesting, I'll watch it from him. Because most of his videos are extremely high production. I mean, all of them are, the ones that I watched, okay? Well, like, his latest videos are pretty good. Those are the people who I look up to. As it's Ramadan season, let us know some things that you are grateful for. I'm grateful for this podcast. I'm grateful for the YouTube channel, and I'm grateful to have these devices that I can use to film content. And most of all, I'm grateful that I'm alive. Okay, so the last question from the viewer question, and then we'll get into a couple of topics that I want to talk about personally. The last question is, have you ever thought about giving up? Personally, I have. If you're talking about life, yes, I have had. I mean, it wasn't that deep. I, I don't know. I was getting so much hate for this, like, kind of controversy, even though it was off such a small thing, and then so many YouTubers made videos on it, and they got so many more views. I never made a response to it, because the thing is, I just didn't know how to, and I looked back on it, and it's just, like, bruh. Like, they were older than me as well, and they should have the common sense that the words they were saying, like, telling towards me was ridiculous for the thing that I did. I'm not gonna say what I did or address the controversy now, because chances are no one actually even knows what I'm talking about. And opening this book after like 2 years is dumb, because I should have addressed it back then, and now addressing it's probably dumb. But yeah, it was kind of deep, not really. I mean, it lasted for about a day. I just didn't know what to do. I was just so sad. It was kind of a hard time for me, but I went through it, and here I am now. So let's get into a couple of my topics, okay? First things first, we're gonna talk about LeBron James. Yes, the guy who I throw so much shade at because Lakers keep losing. But the thing is, I've realized till this point is that it's not LeBron's fault if Lakers win, because he can't carry the team every time. Like, yes, sometimes he can, but sometimes he can't. But this is the thing. I've been throwing a lot of shade on LeBron, but I just have to admit, he's been really goated. Like, when I mean goated, I mean goated, for the past. Like, I watched a video, and he's like 30-something. I think he's like 37, and he averages like 30 points per game. Okay? That's his average score. When he was 21, his point average was still 30. He's now about to go in his 40s, and he's still doing his, he's still doing insane bits for basketball and stuff. And he's not the best in any field. Like, he's not the best at 3-pointers, 2-pointers, free throws. Like, he's not the best at any of those, or even defense or something. He's not best in any of those. But he is one of the best in all of the fields, I would say. Like, he's pretty decent in defense. He's pretty decent in 2-pointers and whatnot. I don't watch the Lakers game that much, but the couple recent ones that I have watched, I just have to give him credit, because I've given the man so much hate, but I just have to admit, he is pretty freaking good, okay? I have to admit it. Because I throw so much shade at the guy for Lakers losing when he's not the team. He's just one of the best players from the team, I'm not going to give Westbrook or Davis any credit, because I don't want to. Maybe if I watch like a video, or they impress me somehow from the basketball games that they're going to be playing, yeah, I don't care if they don't do any of those two. So yeah. Next topic we have is that I started using Final Cut Pro, and first impressions, it's pretty good. But I think if I do want to edit more projects, I edited one project on it, okay? But like, the one problem that I've been having is that the libraries are huge, which is super annoying. So if I want to keep on editing in Final Cut, I would have to buy an external disk or an external SSD, or external hard disk, actually. But I don't know, whichever one is cheaper, okay? I don't want to spend too much, though. If I do decide to buy one, I'm probably going to buy a good one, and it's going to be at least minimum 1 terabyte. Because, yeah, so if you're wondering how big are the files, the latest vlog that I'm going to be posting, It's about 150 gigs. And the vlog's about 7 minutes long. And if you're wondering how much storage the footage is, it's about 20 gigs, the actual footage. So yeah, very much questioning, should I use Final Cut? But I would say it's a pretty decent software. It's a pretty decent software. I can't argue with that. Because I have thrown shade on it after using it once and being like, this is way too hard. The next thing I want to talk about is that I've been having a lot of fun with vlogging and all of that stuff. I have recorded a vlog last week, and chances are it's gonna probably come out this Wednesday by the time you're watching this. And yes, I am still testing if vlogging videos do good, and to be honest, it seems like vlogging might be the main thing I would plan to do on the channel, as I posted one proper vlog with all of my heart, and a lot of people loved it. Not saying it was perfect. I got one of my friends who pointed out the problems. Most of his problems were resolved already, but one or two were pretty valid, so yeah. It was nice, and also the love I've been getting from people saying that this was the best video I've made just gave me more motivation to continue. Yes, someone coming up to me and being like, this is the best video you have ever made, probably like yes, it sounds good, but then you rethink, did all of the videos that I made in the past were bad? Were they bad? I mean, I've put in a lot of effort. This is probably like one of the most efforted videos I've put in a while. But getting my hard work recognized is pretty fun. I mean, it's probably one of the best feelings you can possibly have. Also, a person came up to me in school and was like, I watched your vlog, I enjoyed it. And we had kind of like an awkward confrontation. Basically, he was like, you're Safwan Films, right? And I'm like, yeah. And I think he said like, oh yeah, I liked your vlog. And I'm like, appreciate it. And then we stopped for a minute because he's going for a fist bump, and then I'm going for like a hand thing that I always do. Or a handshake. It's not a handshake, it's kind of like a handshake. And then we constantly switched for a couple of seconds, and we just ended up doing the fist bump. So just had a little awkward confrontation with him. But if you're watching this, I appreciate you with all of my heart. Yes, that day it was awkward, but it is what it is. You can't have all good moments. Also, talking about vlogs, you guys aren't ready for the vlog which is coming out this week. It is easily the best video I've made. Like, I'm not saying this to like downgrade my other videos, but it's so much better. I just like, it's like less like a vlog or more like a mini documentary of my experience, but I think it's just so good. I don't want to get you guys hyped or anything, but just wait for this vlog and just watch. If you just get to watch one video the day the vlog comes out, let the vlog be that one. Just trust me, I don't think you'll regret it. At least in my opinion, you won't regret it at all. Because it's just a good video. I put so much time and effort into it, and just watch it. It would make my day. It's about 7 minutes long, so enjoy. I hope you do. You guys don't have to be an yes man and say the video is always good. If you didn't like it, give me your proper criticism, and I will take it into the next video and make a better video, okay? No problem with criticism, but make it proper criticism. Don't just say it's bad, and then when I ask what part of it and what made it bad, don't just go blank, because that's called shit talking, not proper criticism. So yeah. Also, while we're still in the podcast, Ramadan Kareem to everybody watching. If you're Muslim, if you're not Muslim, happy April. Yeah. Hope you guys, for the people who are celebrating Ramadan and stuff, hope everyone's having a good time, Hope you guys haven't been suffering too much, but at the end of the day, this month is all about suffering, discipline, and patience. So, embrace it. I have personally had a pretty good first week for the school stuff, YouTube work. It was kind of lackluster at the beginning, but as soon as Thursday hit, we were back in business. So, that's all I have for today. I hope everybody enjoyed. This was kind of a chill episode because I am a bit tired for Ramadan and stuff. And fun fact, this episode probably has the least amount of swears ever. I think I swear once. So, if I post more podcasts during Ramadan, they're not gonna have many swears, or chances are the next one is probably gonna have no swears. Today it just mistakenly slipped out, but it is what it is. I hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure to watch this week's video, which is coming out on a Wednesday on Safwan Films. Link in the description. You guys can go follow me on Twitch, even though I'm not streaming currently, but soon enough, once I find the balance, I will. And with all of that said, subscribe, like, do all of that good stuff. If you want, give me proper criticism on this podcast or the new video which is coming out soon. And with all of that said, peace out.